I think if you interview a bunch of visionaries, I'm like every one of them. We all have like our minds going down 100 different rabbit holes. But the book Good to Great was a big one for me. Are you familiar with the hedgehog concept in Good to Great?
Explain it.
Well, the hedgehog concept is um, it's basically combining what you're passionate about, what you're gifted at, and what can be a profitable venture. And you find you've got three concentric circles and you find where they overlap. And once I started analyzing every opportunity through that, I got less scatterbrained, because as a visionary, visionaries just have an idea a minute, that's just who we are. But not every one of those ideas is good. So I try to run them through that filter. And then I kind of got you know, with our companies over the years, I've also had kind of like a leadership team where we always run through ideas through that because visionaries, like I said, have an idea a minute, but only like 1 in 100 of them is good. So you got to run it by the other people on your team or in your circle that to find out which ones are worthwhile to do. But yeah, so that's my process. But then for me, you can't be doing too many things at once. So for me, it was getting the flipping business and the rental portfolio solid, and then adding on vertical, businesses after that. It's so easy to add on once you got one business solid, it's so easy to add on a vertically integrated business that fits with that model. And that's what I did. And it worked super well. That was my vision. I followed that for, 10 years. I'll be totally transparent with you guys here. When my vision was to have this flipping business, this education business, this brokerage, this hard money lending business, this portfolio rentals, and this club, buyers club, that all worked together and they all supported each other. And it worked great when I had an ownership interest in all of them. What I didn't realize, and I should have, it's so obvious looking back on it, but what I didn't realize is when I sold off the businesses, I thought the partners that I sold off to would stick with that vision because it worked. But they're all visionaries and they kind of had their own ideas. So it's fallen apart to a certain extent, but which honestly kind of bummed me out. That's part of life.